Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, October 18th, 2022. Let's find out what's going on the Forex calendar today. As you can see, the RBA meeting minutes had been published overnight, so we will definitely take a look at the Australian dollar. We got the RBA Assistant Governor Balak a speech. That speech was already done 2:05. So Australian dollar will definitely be something that we will take a look at. That's not the only reason why we want to take a look at the Australian dollar. Look how many data from China we had published overnight. As you can see, one of the most important is of course the GDP from China and industrial production. Please remember that the Australian economy is the commodity economy, and it's very much dependent on the China as well. So we will definitely take a look into Australian dollar. However, during the London session, the key data scheduled for release is the German economic sentiment, current conditions, and economic sentiment for the European Union. As you can see, this outlook was for the greater period of time on the minus side of the sentiment, so the sentiment is negative. However, it might deteriorate even further, as you can see. So please keep an eye on the German economic sentiment data release at 11 a.m. During the New York session, we got data from Canada in form of the housing starts and Virgin Securities purchases. The first one is scheduled for release at 2:15. The second one 2:30. Moreover, we got data from the US industrial production, and then we got data from the US in form of the TIC net longs, net long-term transactions. API weekly crude oil stock scheduled for release 10:30. So this is already after the trading session. And in the meantime, we got the global dairy price index from the New Zealand scheduled for release at 5 o'clock, and some speeches from ECB Schabel and German BUBA President Joachim Nagel. So pretty intense day, especially if you take into the account the Chinese data. So let's start with the analysis of the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar, as you can see on a daily time frame chart, is still below 100 and 200 daily moving average. So the outlook remains bearish and the trend is down. We recently made a local low at 6,173. So this is a nice pin bar on a daily time frame chart made into the extremely oversold market conditions. However, the next day was a push down, and yesterday very nice bounce again from the area close to the recent swing lows. So we got a green candle. This looks like a bullish pressure is building up. So next target for bulls is 6,361, and the data from the Chinese economy might trigger the bigger movement to the upside. If this level is violated, of course, we got some small supply zone around 6,540, but then the market is ready for a bounce towards 6,686. This is the key technical resistance for this market, so please keep an eye on this level as well. However, in the long term, the outlook remains bearish, so that move to the upside, if it will happen, it should be treated as a local bounce, local correction, upside correction during the downtrend. So that's the Australian dollar. What else do we have? We have a British pound. What is going on the British pound is pretty much spectacular, because recently we got a very deep sell-off towards almost towards the parity level. 1.0360 was the lowest level. Then we got very nice bounce, almost 11% bounce towards 1.1496, and then of course 50% correction. The local support is 1.0919, and since then we are moving inside of this channel, and the market keeps moving higher and higher. So it's clearly showing us that the target of 1.1496 is the next target for the boost. They want to test it again. So as long as this market stays inside of this channel, the outlook remains kind of a bullish. However, we can see some sort of the kind of a pin bearish candles with a long upper shadow, which is not always a good good indication of a bullish strength. But as long as we are staying inside the channel and above this weak trend line, weak because it has only one point of the support marked in orange, of course, then the outlook remains bullish, and 11% of a bounce is really something that can make you think about the bullish strength on this market. This is 4-hour chart, so it's even better to see what are the current main levels on the British pound resistance, the technical support, as you can see, tested twice, and of course the swing low at 1.0360. So British pound outlook is bullish. What is going on the euro then? The euro looks bullish as well. However, please notice that we hit 61% of the Fibonacci retracement of this wave down, the last wave down, 9,861 pips. Now there is the key to make a decision whether market breaks to the upside towards the next target, 9,927, or even towards the parity level, or the market will reverse. Please notice the fact that this is the wave A, wave B, and wave C, so we have a 3-wave bounce. If we break below 9,800, which is around this highs here, then of course we cannot count it as a wave, impulsive wave. So 1, 2, 3, and potential 5, potential 4, potential 5 wave to the upside would now be invalidated, of course, and this is only the 3-wave bounce. So that's the outlook according to the Elliott wave. That would of course means that this is the main sentiment. This is the sentiment wave to the downside, and we are waiting for another move below 9,632. So that's the euro. What else do we have in the menu? We have Bitcoin. This is a very interesting Elliott wave count, showing us that the bottom for the wave 3 is at 17,589. This is the complex corrective structure in wave 4, as you can see, W, X, Y, X, Z. And since then we are now making wave 5. Of course, wave 5 is not that much dynamic, it's not that much impulsive. However, it still needs to be done in 5 waves. So maybe some kind of a ending triangle, ending diagonal, or falling wedge, as they say, might be made here. We already have wave 1, wave 2, potential wave 3, maybe some sort of the wave 4, and now we need one more push to the downside in order to make the wave 5, and the whole impulsive structure from the very top at $69,000 should be made, should be completed. Simple as that. So please watch this Elliott wave scenario and keep an eye on this Elliott wave scenario for the potential downside breakout. Of course, we need to break below 17,589 and then dynamic reversal to the upside. It should be made in impulsive wave. So we need to see 5 wave to the upside developing on the Bitcoin, if this scenario is of course correct. And last but not least, we got some Ethereum. So the Ethereum, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, it's very nicely testing the last week's high. This is around the level of $1,344. So we are testing it. Very nice move to the upside. However, please notice the fact that we are still below the trend line, below the main supply zone. So we need to break above these 2 obstacles in order to fly higher. So far, very nice bounce. from the level of 1189. Well, new low was made, however the bounce was very strong, so the outlook remains kind of a bullish, at least for the test of the trend line. This is a strong trend line because the first point is here, the second point, the third point, and now for a test that would be 4 point around 1350. So please keep an eye on the Ethereum as well. Looking good, looking bullish. After the breakout we should see some testing of the trend line soon. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.